Coach Taylor, what do you think is essential in becoming a great basketball player?
That's a great question. There's a lot. We've talked a lot about mental toughness, passion, desire, work ethic. All those things are mandatory. But I think one that doesn't get talked about a lot is confidence. And confidence comes from all of those things I just mentioned. It comes from passion and work ethic and practice and great coaching. But a confident player is a very dangerous player. If you have a player that really believes that he is going to make his next shot, that's a tough player. I watched a game the other night where a kid started 0 for 6 in college, had a high major, started out 0 for 6, really was struggling over his last 3 games, and then ends up, I think, going 4 for 4 from 3. So, to me, a confident player, not a cocky player, not an arrogant player, a confident player, a quiet confidence where they're not, outwardly boasting about their skills, but just someone that you can look in their eyes and this kid really does think he's going to make his next shot. This kid could miss 5 or 6 in a row and he's going to want that game winner. He's going to want that shot. That kid's rare. To find those kinds of players that really believe, never have self-doubt, never feel weak, never are cowardly, never feel like they can't do something for whatever reason. And when you find a player that says my shot's not going today, or they don't think they can do it, or they're just not confident, get away from that kid. You don't want that player. You want someone that says, I can do anything. I can make any shot. I have practiced. I have worked. Not false bravado, but someone who actually you can tell he's got the confidence. He knows. I could pull him over during the game and say, man, you're struggling right now. And he'll be like, I am? Yeah, you're like 0 for 7. Oh, I didn't even know that. Because they don't even think about the last shot. They think about their next shot. So having a player that is truly confident for the right reasons, that's essential. That's something that is rare. And you only gain that confidence through experience, and you gain it through hard work. You're in the gym, sweating it out every day. I remember games even when I played, and I was not a great player, but I remember games where I would be looking at the clock with 2.5 minutes to go, and I would say to myself, I earned this. I deserve this. I'm going to make my next shot because I work harder than everyone else out here. And I have proven that I can make shots when I'm tired. And you really believe it. And then you go out there and you make that shot. Kobe Bryant, he could have a horrible game. He really believes he's going to make the shot to win the game. That's a rare player that you see, and not just for basketball, but for life. You have to have confidence in life. You have to believe you can do anything that you put your mind to. You have to believe that you're never underachieving. You're always an overachiever. That no matter what challenge you put in front, anyone puts in front of you, you're going to adapt and overcome, and you're going to succeed. And I think that that's rare today. So many kids today, with the way society is, they're all just so cowardly, and they miss a couple shots. They don't think they can do it, or I can't do this. I'm not big enough. I'm not strong enough. Everyone tells you what you can't do. I'm going to tell you what you can do. You can make a shot. You can defend. You can do this. But if you don't believe it, it doesn't matter what I think. And there's a paperweight I have that says, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So it comes down to the confidence of a player. But a confident player is a dangerous player. Why do so many times coaches say, don't let this team hang around? If you let this team hang around, they're going to probably think they can win. And once they really think they can win, now they're dangerous. They know they're not as good as us. Let's stomp on them early. Let's make them understand that that is the reality of the situation. If they know you're better than them, but they're down 3 with a minute and a half to go, they're going to think, whoa, we could do this. So facing a confident player, a confident team, it's a real danger. And I love having my players with that level of confidence. If we're up 3 with a minute and a half to go, I'm not going to stall, work the clock. I'm playing to win. And if I have a guy that's wide open on the inside-out 3 off an offensive rebound, let's say, I'm not pulling it out and working the clock. I'm banging that 3 to win the game. I'm going to bury him. I'm going to send that dagger. And I want all my players to play that way. Play to win. Don't play not to lose. Don't start working the clock. Here in Connecticut, there's no shot clock, so it's hideous. Everyone just walks around. They start working the clock at 5 minutes, and they're taking 2 minutes off the clock at a possession. It's like the Stone Ages. So I was watching something, I think Greg Popovich lost a game recently, and he said the greatest thing about the 24-second clock, you just keep playing. You just keep playing because you're never out of it. They've got to shoot the ball. So the advent of that gives you that sense of play to win. Play to win comes from confidence. I need players that when they get that ball, they think they're going to make it. So again, let's look for those players that are confident, and it'll apply to life. It will apply to their daily life, to their home life, to their work life. A confident human being is a successful and dangerous human being.